Good tap out. Comes out towards right. Right gathers the ball and kicks it long in towards half forward. Lyon drops probably what you'd classify as a sitter, but it's hard in these conditions. Phoebe, kick off the ground, wide. Russell coming in Mullane, crashing his way through. Vintage Darren Mullane, great play. Terrific stuff by Darren Mullane to kick his first goal and Collingwood's fourth. And the Magpies lead by 11 points.
It was like a rampaging bull as he came down that outer wing on that occasion. And pity help anyone who got in his road. He only had eyes for the ball. He had a full head of steam up. Here it is, the kick off the ground by Phoebe. Well run onto by Mullane. There he is. Oh, was he travelling. And a great kick for goal. He's normally a right foot kick.
4-1 to 2-2. 25 to 14. Collingwood having kicked the last 4 goals of the game. Yates. O'Dwyer and Manson behind play. Have a crack at one another. Melbourne deep into attack. Kerrison. Well, the Demons started well enough, but all of a sudden, the forces with Collingwood. Mullane at half-back, who kicked an inspiring goal just seconds ago. McGuan on the lead. Banks has picked up some useful touches. Manson ran for him. Awkward as ever, but got some distance. Starcevic well done at the back by Stretch.
It's an interesting matchup. Bruce, I don't know what you've got to say about that, Don, but Stephen Stretch, is that a ploy to get a runner to come off Starcevic?
No, well, Starcevic, I like the way he plays. He's mainly playing out as a half-forward flank. It's Banks at centre half-forward, but, you know, I was just noticing then the Melbourne defenders are getting caught behind. They're being led to the ball. Not a good sign.
Play allowed to go on, and now ball up. Collingwood just in attack. 25 to 14. Mullane kicking the only goal of the quarter so far. Big crowd in attendance, tremendous atmosphere. This is the only clash of the two clubs in the minor round in 1990. Yates round his body, and it'll be a kickback. No, touched again. So it'll be a throw-in. Scott Russell missing out there. So a real test of strength today. Melbourne have been on top of the ladder for 5 of the last 6 weeks. Collingwood got back into the 5 with that big victory over North last Saturday.
Steins and Manson. Manson holds his ground, gets it out to Russell. Russell's left foot kick up towards half forward, and a diving mark taken by Dacos. Gee, he's a hard man to contain. Such a brilliant player as Peter Dacos. He's going for goal, couldn't quite get onto the torpedo punt kick, and it swings off the side of his boot for a free kick to Melbourne in their back pocket.
Interesting on that occasion, he was singling Monkhurst to come up the ground, but all there were Melbourne defenders when he went for the long bomb.
The kick by Cameron is marked by Phoebe, but a free kick has been awarded to Steins. Steins at half-back, indicating no Melbourne players moving further afield. Kicks it high out towards the wing. Great mark taken by Kelly. And the players really handling this football a lot better. It was very difficult early after, as Bruce has said, heavy rain fell between the end of the reserves and the start of this main game. We had the lights on here at one stage. The kick in towards full forward, and the mark is taken by Steins.
Steins from centre half back. Looks for his co-ruckman O'Dwyer. Shaw with courage puts his body in. Love it. Beveridge, not a good kick. McEwen. Ronnie McEwen from half-back. Torpedo punt into the centre. Lovell. Banks tapped onto McGuan. Francis to Russell. With some space. Drop punt with a goal front. Monkhurst. Cameron. Dacos, this will be a goal. Watch this. Bang, through. 5-1-2-2. Dacos kicks his first.
Yes, well, it was Alan Johnson behind Francis on that occasion. I mentioned earlier the Melbourne guys getting behind, and you can't afford to do that in football. It's a cardinal sin. And Francis papped it over to Russell. Maybe a little bit insipid on that occasion by Cameron. But again, Dacos running onto the ball very well. Melbourne have got a few problems.
Well, I thought it was a terrific kick by Scott Russell that set it up then. That last goal for Collingwood. The kick by Yates, Eichhold, perhaps a little high. No, says umpire Dennis Rich, and he calls for a bounce.
Eichhold has just come on, as you can see, and Beveridge going off. Interesting, that move was in reverse in the first quarter.
O'Dwyer could get a free kick. A little too high there, the Collingwood player Manson. But disciplined as he is, he runs back into the gap in front of the full forward. O'Dwyer now kicks in the Bennett direction. Collingwood players in front. Big punch, goes back towards centre half back. Brett Lovett, left foot kick across his body towards full forward. Campbell nearly marks. Flintoff dispossessed. McEwen there, and he could clear. The hand pass goes a little too far for Morwood. Kick off the ground, the ball finishes back. Manson taps it out. McGuan somehow finds some space. Good play by Michael McGuan, and the kick is a beauty. He finds Krasiska at half back, taking the mark in front of Obst.
Just a little one. Had two options. Russell, who's been terrific, and look at that kick. Dacos will use the body, and does. The skills, the kick, just not quite. But his presence of mind is exciting to watch. 5-2-2-2.
That last goal of Peter Dacos is 350th in league football.
He's kicked 36 this year, Don. He's kicked 13 in the 2 weeks coming into this game. In fact, in 4 games this year, he's kicked 7 twice and 6 a couple of times. So he's been really on target. Shaw, dispossessed. Still the pressure mounts. Love it to Newport. Eichhold with the body work, but too big and too strong Kelly, who's gaining in confidence. Obst down behind play. Allowed to go on. Lovell back to Yates. Now Melbourne mounting something. Eichhold underneath it. And again, it's Kelly, the third big mark of this quarter, and he goes to Morwood as the Collingwood fans love it.
Shane Morwood's kick is accurate, finds McGuan at half-back. Over the top, he goes to right, he could be caught, but he's quick to get the hand pass away. Francis on centre wing, player running down brilliantly is Gaffer. Collingwood have got numbers all over the place. The kick by Gaffer, nearly marked there by Starcevic, picked up by Dacos, it'll roll through, it's a goal. Brilliant kick by Dacos. He knew all he had to do was clear the players about 12 metres out from goal, and it was a perfectly judged kick. Dacos gets his second.
Yes, and things are going well for Collingwood. The way they came off, for example, Gaffer, we don't usually see Gaffer in an attacking mood. He's got that into his game this year, but coming down from the back pocket, everything's starting to run for them, and finished off with Dacos.
Troubled times for Melbourne at Waverley, 6-2-2-2, and Collingwood have kicked 6 goals without reply. Russell, who's becoming effective to the goal square. Cameron in trouble. Phoebe's quick kick. They're being besieged at the back, Melbourne. Mullane. McGuan short. Starcevic. It's all Collingwood. Holds it up. They're running rampant.
And Collingwood getting it out of the centre very easily too.
Tucked away in the pocket, Starcevic. Kicked Collingwood's second goal today. 23-year-old. Difficult angle, will need a very good kick. And look at that. 7-2-2-2.
Dunstall on a lead, dives, takes the mark, sensational football by the Hawks. What's this? The Westpac $1,000 bonus saver football competition. Each week, Westpac is giving away a $1,000 bonus saver account. All you have to do is to pick up your entry at any Westpac branch in Victoria. $1,000? Fantastic. Now, back to the centre bounce. Where'd everybody go? Where is everyone?
McEwen's Big League bargains are hotting up. High prices have hit rock bottom. Save $10 on Dulux Interior Lotion Acrylic 10 litres, only $71.99. Save $4 on Dulux 4 litre Interior Lotion Acrylic or 4 litre acrylic undercoat for only $35.99 and get a Big League bonus cartridge of Polygap sealant. Save a big $6 on 4 litre ceiling paint, a crazy $29.99. But hurry, our Polygap sealant bonus offer on Dulux can't last long. So join the crowd at McEwen's. You'll find high-flying savings with Big League bargains store-wide.
The problem with many car repair warranties is they cover very little. But there's one that covers more repairs for longer than any other. The lifetime service warranty from your participating Ford dealer. It's Australia's best car repair warranty because you're fully covered. With Ford Care, you can relax.
It's Ray Drummond's $5 million clean sweep stock take sale. Out they go. Bags, buggies, clubs, balls, golfwear at up to 50% off. Ray Drummond's clean sweep stock take sale at all Ray Drummond stores.
Which company made family cars safer by pioneering the use of the Kevlar braking system in Australia? Who else but Mitsubishi?
Sorry. It's a bit wet over there. A bit wet over here, too. Let me get some drinks.
No, let me. Waiter, drinks all around.
Well, if we're going to make a party of it, let's nibble Nobby's nuts.
Sorry.
And an excellent quarter by the Magpies. Collingwood kicking 5 goals, 3. Melbourne scoreless to lead by 38 points at the main change. Let's go back to Waverley now, and we pick up play at the start of the third quarter.
O'Dwyer against Manson with Monkhorst off. Free kick immediately, and it goes to Collingwood and ashore.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe Steins was holding Banks.
Yes, well, the free kick relayed, good kick to the goal square, and Collingwood are going to strike an early blow. Tubman chipping in. Well, Melbourne caught flat-footed and floundering there.
Well, nothing's just working out for Melbourne. You can see there they've started off the wrong foot. Collingwood are just continuing on their merry way. Beveridge now on the ground for Melbourne as Tuddenham lines up.
And goes. 9-4-2-2.
Yes, exactly what Melbourne didn't want, exactly what Collingwood did want. And Stuart Cameron still at the centre-half back position, full-back position. You can see there that's his immediate opponent, Paul Tuddenham. And Cameron behind on that occasion. Tingay now in the back pocket on Francis. And Stretch picking up Starcevic. We've got Phoebe on a wing.
Graham Yates, unfortunately, has got an ankle problem. Attempted kick off the ground by Eishold. Flintoff, Eishold. There's no way known he was getting it out of that. Darren Mullane there for Collingwood.
Eishold now on the wing, replacing Graham Yates.
O'Dwyer, Manson gets the tap out. Stretch just gets his foot to the ball. Starcevic slowing down to try and control the ball. Beveridge, Kerrison feeding it out to Wright. Wright's left foot kick goes about 30 metres forward and about 20 metres wide. Tingay and Francis desperate. Play by Tony Francis. Tingay perseverance. Good play by the Melbourne player. Tingay kicks it towards half forward. No mark taken. Campbell's there for Collingwood. Shane Morwood. Melbourne rather. Now Glenn Lovett. Glenn Lovett's kick. Bennett. Only time he's been able to get in front. When I say get in front, at least get a little bit away from Michael Gafer, and Darren Bennett has a chance to kick a goal for the Demons. Bennett's about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. Good looking kick, goal umpire right behind it. And he should be playing poker. 9-4 to 2-3, that goal umpire. Well, it looked to me as though it was okay, but you can't tell from the faces of goal umpires.
First Melbourne score since the 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
And last week?
Didn't score a goal. Got one, I think, didn't score a goal in the last term.
So their forwards haven't been doing all that much in the way of scoring. Here's McGuan, who played a terrific first half. The handball is fairly effective. It gathers about 10 metres. Glenn Lovett there for Melbourne. Boundary throw in right on the players' interchange area.
Yes, the Demons managed just 7 against Hawthorn last week. And they've had 2 in the first 10 minutes of this game today, and they're still stuck there. Manson and O'Dwyer, body against body. Glenn Lovett tries to get it out. Brett Lovett. Krasiska. Mullane. Glenn Lovett with him, and it'll be a throw-in on centre wing. 9-4-2-3. Melbourne top of the table. Collingwood in the 5. Damien Monkhurst with a corky looking on. Did pretty well in the first half. Went off. Tuddenham's come on and kicked a goal. Newport thumps it on. Eichel, who kicked a goal in the first term and then was surprisingly replaced, and maybe that sums up Melbourne's day. Off the ground.
I think they could just about shut up shop, Bruce. Melbourne. Things are just not going their way.
Mullane from centre wing. I guess, Don, the definition of a really good team is to make it happen for yourself, and they've got to do something and do something pretty quickly if they want to get back. Russell, who was terrific in the second quarter. McGuan, who's been just great all day. Charges with a little one. Dacos.
So that's typical, Bruce. The fact that Glenn Lovett bounced off, he paddled the ball forward, bounced off at Collingwood. Then Lovett caught in between. The ball came over and then to McGuan, and then McGuan spots Dacos. Everything just running Collingwood's way.
Well, he's kicked 37 goals so far this season. Drop punt. Good kick. 10-4, 2-3.
Yes, the Collingwood best and fairest in 82 and 88. A little quiet last year. Well, that's his 38th goal for the year, and he has a very accurate kick for goal. In those 35 or 38 goals, he's kicked 16 points, so that's not a bad ratio when kicking for goal.
Terrific kick by Peter Dacos to register Collingwood's 10th goal. McEwen at half-back. He's been a solid defender. Gets it out to Mullane. Mullane up towards half-forward. Banks pushed off it by Steins. Going back is Brett Lovett, tries to get the handball out. Now Tingay forced to kick quickly. The Collingwood players all over the field putting pressure on Melbourne players. Flintoff had a player to give it to O'Dwyer, but went longer up towards half forward. Punched away by Campbell. It goes out the back. Strong play by Turner. He's held there by Lovell. But play goes on. Right. Given some assistance by Kerrison. And somehow Kerrison, brilliant play by that Collingwood player. And he kicks Collingwood into their forward half, up towards Dacos. Chipping in his Obst. Tries to flip it out the back, but the only person there was Dacos. And the Macedonian Marvel gets it to Wright. Wright's high left foot kick, stretch. Good mark to the Melbourne player, and he's bumped off it. And 50 metres against Dacos. And Peter Dacos has got a little smile on his face. There was nothing in that, he says. And really, I didn't see much in it either. But Stephen Stretch has got a 50-metre penalty, and it brings him to between wing and centre-half forward. He punts it to within goal-scoring distance for the Demons. There's no one home. Collingwood coming out a little too easily, I would think, for John Northey. Mullane's long kick is a beauty, and it finds McGuan on centre wing. 18 kicks and 5 hand passes. His 19th kick goes to Starcevic. Starcevic's kick up towards full forward. Oh, Collingwood mark. Too easy, but the free kick in the back against Tuddenham. The free kick to Cameron from Melbourne.
Now there's the justice in football. That's Starcevic's man. Starcevic on the opposite side of the ground. So that may sum up Melbourne's attitude to football at the moment.
Stretch to Phoebe. Wright runs him down. Campbell couldn't keep it in play. Throw in centre wing. Well, I've been harping on Melbourne's inefficiency up forward, but Collingwood has kicked the last 10 goals of this game. You wouldn't believe that a side on top of the ladder could not reply at all, and they're not able to. Lyon's free kick against Manson. Lyon, biggest kick getter for Melbourne today to full forward, Bennett and Gaffer. Gaffer did beautifully. Newport falls over. 3 Collingwood players there. They're doing it and doing it well. High, shoulder and Shaw. And again a throw in.
The teamwork has been tremendous, Bruce, hasn't it? When you mentioned there 3 Collingwood players, that's been the numbers up against Melbourne for most of the game so far.
Well, you've got to stretch the imagination a little, but Collingwood is 5th and Melbourne are top, and the way it's going, there won't be much between them at the end of the day on percentage. Quick kick by Flint off to the goal square. Lovell. And now Melbourne has its chance.
I'd consider it a difficult shot there for Andy Lovell.
It's tucked away in the pocket, but about 15 or 20 metres out. Flintoff, who kicked the first goal of the game, to Lovell, the drop punt, and he's kicked it pretty well. At long last, Melbourne register a goal, 3-3 to 10-4.
Mark Skate, racing driver for Team Nissan. Racing to the Team Nissan sale, where there are great deals on Pulsar and Vector. With up to $2,000 to be saved, race in today because they're going very fast.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little investors. The first little investor made some rather short-term decisions and, oh dear, the second little investor had what seemed like a good idea, but one day, as he was on his way to market, there was a terrible crash. Happily, the third little investor thought hard and decided on Brick Securities. And now he's not such a little investor anymore. Brick Securities, Australia's most established unit trust specialist.
Right now, when you scratch a Tats Sporting Chance Instant Scratch It, you could win a trip to the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. It's this simple. If you win a $2 prize, you can exchange it for an Olympics Down Under club kit to support our 1996 Olympics for Melbourne bid. And you're in the draw for one of 7 trips for 2 to the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. Simply buy a Tats Sporting Chance Scratch It and scratch it.
As a young boy in a small town, he kicks the ball around the yard. He's dreaming of the city and the big crowd calling out, go hard. Australian rules, Australian rules, Australian rules, rules Australia.
Mark Skate, racing driver for Team Nissan. Racing to the Team Nissan sale, where there are great deals on Pulsar and Vector. With up to $2,000 to be saved, race in today because they're going very fast.
Telecast live 2 o'clock Sunday. The Sydney Swans versus Essendon. Then at 5, the Geelong Footscray replay. AFL action Sunday on 7.
Some things just weren't meant to be.
What's it a saying when Paul doesn't want to know me?
Is Emma's happiness to be one of those things?
Come on, you really like her. Admit it.
And the cynical landlord reveals his hand.
We've been trying to pay you the rent for days and you wouldn't take it.
Oh, that's a good one. What's his scheme? In Home and Away, Monday on 7.
Collingwood lead by 43 points. They go further upfield through Kasiska. He gets it back from Francis to Wright. Players running everywhere. Wright's kick into the forward line. Dacos. No one home in the goals. And Dacos sums it up and hits the post. Dacos 3 goals 2. He was very quick then, Peter Dacos, to sum that up. Johnson goes straight up VFL Park, centre half back, good mark to O'Dwyer. They're not taking any nonsense from Francis. Gets the hand pass away to Brett Lovett. Brett Lovett's kick is effective. He finds Newport on centre wing in front of Morwood. Newport looking to move the ball quickly for Melbourne. They've struggled to do that all day. And you must give credit to Collingwood. All over the field, they've held it up beautifully. McGuan, 26th possession to McGuan. It'll come bouncing back through Steins. The left foot kick by the big ruckman is close to the boundary line and it goes over in front of Newport. And there's another player for Melbourne who usually gets 30 possessions a game, Stephen Newport, and he's struggled this afternoon. Boundary throw in, just slightly forward of centre wing for the Demons. Somehow they need to get a string of goals together. But the Magpies fighting hard to protect their lead. They're 10-5, Melbourne 3-3, and we've got just under 16 minutes left in this third quarter.
Don, are you surprised John Northey hasn't tried Newport on Dacos? He's had Johnson on him and Phoebe.
Yes, I have, to be perfectly honest. But then again, I looked at Newport and I thought, well, maybe he'd pick up positions around the ground. Actually, when he got that kick, Bruce, I thought the same thing.
Quick kick by Beveridge, allowed to play on advantage for Melbourne. But Morwood mops up, as he's done so often today. Krasiska. Oh, good mark. Splendid mark in the conditions. Love it behind him, as the Demons have been behind the Magpies for so much of the game. Drop punt, the centre half forward. Phoebe giving away some inches. Shaw to Mullane. Dacos calls for a centering ball. Mullane kicks it cleverly. Gives Dacos a chance at the back. Tuddenham at the front. No Mark McGuan. Tuddenham can't get rid of it. Johnson's tackle good. Melbourne swarm on it. It would be a brave umpire to give away one there. And it will be a ball up.
Well, would you believe, Bruce, we talked about the move of Dacos and Newport, and I think Newport has gone straight onto Dacos.
Steins beaten for it. Tuddenham snap. Has he scored a goal? No, he's just missed. Collingwood with opportunists all around the goal front today. 10 goals, 6 to 3-3, 66 to 21, a lopsided scoreboard.
Cameron, nice looking left foot kick out towards half back, but a one grab, and it was a real strong one taken by Mullane. The kick into the pocket, looking for Dacos. 3 Melbourne players over the top. Steins to collect the crumbs. The kick goes straight back towards centre wing, where there's 4 Collingwood players. One of them is Starcevic. He gets the hand pass towards Kelly. Chipping in is Glenn Lovett. Gets it away to Tingay. Tingay's left foot kick. Slews off the side of his boot. Free kick goes to Collingwood to be taken by Mullane. Darren Mullane, he's played pretty well too. 14 kicks and 5 hand passes. But this kick drops in short. The mark is taken by Steins.
Alan Johnson now on the half-forward flank, taking the place of Stephen Newport, who's gone down to the back line on Dacos. Now Moore's got to pick up Johnson.
Melbourne players covered all over the field. Good play by O'Dwyer to tap it on to Johnson. Johnson's kick into the forward pocket. Kerrison too strong. In front. Interference against Flintoff. Free kick to Shane Kerrison. Kerrison's in the back pocket. And certainly an obvious free kick there to the Collingwood defender.
Looks for Shaw. Manson and Shaw collide with one another. Lovell's handball. Beveridge caught. Collingwood's tackling has been magnificent. Allowed to play on. Shaw to McGuan. How many touches can you have in a footy match? Right with pace and power. Attacks the goal front. What a kick. It was superb. Gee, that was exciting. McGuan to right, who just exploded away, saw Dacos and rammed it down his belly. And Dacos will kick his 4th, and he does. Champagne footy, 11-6 to 3-3.
Just watching Dacos kick that ball, he has got a lot of confidence in his own ability. He went back, not casually, but one full of confidence. Now watch this, this is a beautiful kick. Inside the square, Dacos dropping back. Newport in front, doing the right thing, but it was a better kick. But it was a good kick for goal for Dacos.
72 to 21. Campbell for Melbourne. Drop punt to half forward. Kelly and Lyon. Almost a beauty for Lyon in its pay. Collingwood don't like it. Bennett on a lead. Lyon lets go with one and kicks it superbly. What a goal.
He'd have to be one of the best kicks in the business, Don, wouldn't he?
Oh, he's a good player, and I've just noticed, and then, you know, that he can start off at centre half back. He does a job there. He's just got so much ability, Gary. He keeps his eye on the ball. He's a very accomplished player.
How far's that gone? 60 metres?
And with a heavy ball, but it seems to be when you get onto a heavy ball sometimes with the torpedo, they just keep going. On a wet day especially.
Great goal by Gary Lyon. Demons need a lift. Maybe that might help them. O'Dwyer gets it down to Johnson and they get it out of the centre. The kick goes wide. Lovell has bumped off it by Turner. Turner goes back. Oh, fatal mistake. Lyon could kick his second within a minute. And he doesn't miss those, Gary Lyon. Bread and butter stuff to the champion Melbourne player. And he kicks his second goal within 1 minute.
Well, I thought that Graham Yates had an injured ankle, but now he's coming on to replace Andy Lovell, the man there on screen. But Melbourne got that out of the centre. It was O'Dwyer to Johnson. And one of the only times they've got the ball out of the centre cleanly. And what a difference it makes. Yates back on, and he's going up the forward line to be picked up by Jamie Turner.
Lyon with 2 within a minute. 72 to 33. Is Melbourne mounting an attack? Shaw. Krasiska. Mullane, who's been magnificent. McGuan. Banks. High left foot. Tuttenham there. Dacos. Looks for a free. Nothing coming. Steins has to bend his big body down. Then takes Tuttenham on. Quick kick to centre wing. McEwen at the back. Campbell. Still with Campbell. Rushes it a little bit but gets some distance. Beveridge in the front. Kerrison at the back. Still with Beveridge. Quick high kick. Yates getting underneath it. He's got it and he'll kick another one. Three goals in 2 minutes and suddenly, Don Scott, there's some life in the Demon yet.
McEwen's Big League Bargains are real winners. They're really kicking goals. Save a big $70 on the Spick and Span workshop shed new to McEwen's, featuring steel roof support, double and single hinge doors, strong Zinc-Alume steel panels and a bonus Perspex sliding window, all for just $499. Check out our full range of Spick and Span sheds today. You'll get a 5-year warranty and free delivery in Melbourne and Geelong metro areas, plus Mornington Peninsula. So join the crowd at McEwen's. You're on a winner every week with Big League Bargains store-wide.
A guaranteed 2-month term deposit at State Bank Victoria can earn you up to a high 14.75% per annum. All you need to do is invest a minimum of $1,000 and relax for 2 months.
Mazda trucks are the best money can buy. And now, for a short time, you can buy a Mazda truck from the unbelievable price of just $20,990. You get more from Mazda, and right now, you get it for less.
The storm clouds are rolling in. So are the world's best riders for the Triple M Supercross Masters. Friday and Saturday nights, July 6 and 7 at the National Tennis Centre. Friday, it's the Ultimate Ultracross Challenge, USA versus Australia. Then Saturday, the big one, the Triple M Supercross Masters with an all-star cast that's ready to blast. Book your seats now through Bass and be at the National Tennis Centre. Friday and Saturday, July 6 and 7. It's the greatest show on earth.
Come on. Come on, Billy.
Every Sunday night at 7:30, Channel 7 brings you the marvellous new weekly drama called Skirts.
Is it me and the girls against you?
Skirts follows the lives, the loves and the dangers faced by 4 policewomen, a green young constable and their tough, often unfeeling boss.
Sensitive, aren't we?
Skirts is full of action, deeply involving stories and is often very moving. A brilliant new drama from the men who made Sword of Honour. Take a look at it each Sunday evening at 7:30 on 7.
Certainly a better quarter by Melbourne, but Collingwood with a very handy lead of 34 points as we go into the final term. Just under 50,000 fans out at VFL Park. We pick up play now at the start of the final quarter.
So what does the last quarter hold in store for us? 79 to 45. Will it be Collingwood by a handsome margin, or will the Demons make inroads into that gap? Well, courageous mark. And who better than that man, the captain, Tony Shaw. Left foot to half forward. Banks on a lead. Francis with him. Still Banks. Richardson, who's come on with a very long torpedo punt. Newport getting back, and he'll get a free kick. So Newport from in between full-back and centre-half back. Richardson having his first run today, Alan Richardson. And Stephen Newport goes to half-back. Tingay there, bodied out of it cleverly. Real battle, and it'll be a ball up. First goal absolutely vital for the Demons.
Most definitely. I would think that the deficit even now is a huge one for Melbourne to make up. Banks, left foot kick, not bad. Around his body, play on called. McGuan to Francis, goes to Russell. Russell, oh, that could have been a free kick. Certainly a very, very ordinary tackle there by the Melbourne player, Cameron. And Scott Russell will take the free kick. Rode him right into the ground as he was about to get the hand pass away. So Scott Russell, perhaps a little quieter today than he's been in the past few weeks. He's been a very good player for Collingwood in the opening part of this season. He goes for goal with a long, long drop punt. It could be there. Right on the line, it's home. Great kick by Russell. And he kicks a very important goal, more so for Melbourne than Collingwood, because now the deficit is a huge one.
Well, he has had a quiet day by his standards. He set a very high standard, Scott Russell. He's been averaging about 27-odd possessions a game. In actual fact, he's 5th on the AFL ladder as far as possession getters. Last week, 25 kicks, 10 handballs and 3 goals.
13-7 to 7-3. Free kick against Tony Shaw. Deemed to be thrown. Beveridge from the centre. To centre half forward with a drop punt. Line out position by Kelly. Going the wrong way that time. Disappointed with the kick. Kelly wide to Mullane. Mullane, who's had 16 kicks and 7 handballs, to centre wing. Awkward one for Manson. And he'll take a free kick. Now allowed to play on with Turner. To McGuan. 23 kicks, McGuan. Dacos.
Strength and use of the body. Well done, Peter Dacos. It was a great effort.
The skill is unbelievable, this bloke.
Just a little bit of magic he weaved there. And then set sail and drills it through.
And the Magpies powering home in the end. Peter Dacos finishing up with 6 goals and 2 each to Starcevic, McGuan and Francis. For Melbourne, it was Lyon 2, Campbell 2 and Yates 2. There were no reports. 49,655 at VFL Park this afternoon. And now it's time for this week's winner of the $1,000 Westpac Bonus Saver football competition. Our lucky winner is Mr. Robert Delpole of Yarra Junction. And don't forget to get your entry in for next week's draw. All you have to do is to pick up your entry form at any Westpac branch in the state of Victoria. There's a $1,000 bonus saver account to be won each week. Okay, and each week at this time, we talk about what's coming up on Sports World from 9 a.m. to noon tomorrow. A very good evening to Bruce McAvaney.
And a very good evening to you too, Peter Landy. We've got a great program tomorrow, Peter. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll be paying our respects to Jack Hamilton like the rest of Victoria and the footballing public has this week. It's a tragic loss, and we've got a special story on Jack. Norm Dare's coming into the program. The Bears have hit rock bottom in the last couple of weeks. Big football panel as usual. State of Origin, we'll be taking a look at that showcase event on Wednesday night in Melbourne, the Rugby League, New South Wales against Queensland. I was sitting in the stand. I never thought I'd hear Victorians chanting New South Wales. They were on Wednesday night. Big motorsport wrap, of course, we had the Indianapolis, the Formula One, the 500cc's and the NASCAR at Charlotte last weekend. Big horse racing in Brisbane at the moment, terrific going on there. French Open, John Alexander will be taking a look at the first week. There's some huge upsets. Becker and Edberg both being buried on the clay courts in Paris, and a big look at the World Cup. Soccer starting on Friday with Oscar Crino. So Sports World, hope you can join us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. After the break, AFL Today will be taking you to the MCG, Richmond and Carlton.
Imagine Imagine this man's finger is your car's fuel injector. It sprays petrol into your cylinder and with your piston creates this explosion. But fuel injectors can clog, robbing your car's performance. That's why you need BP Unleaded Petrol's new detergent additives to clean fuel injectors and carburetors and restore performance. BP, on the move.
Both these 450-watt rotary hammers will punch a 16mm hole through concrete. But the conventional hammer on the left needs 240-volt power, while the new Thundervolt cordless system of drill, saw and screw guns requires only this revolutionary lightweight battery pack. Now you can see the better choice. Thundervolt from Black & Decker Industrial. In the right hands, we're unbeatable.
This season, before you go to the football, get into Kmart. Sensational boys jumpers in 10 colours are a low $39.98.
Oh, how much?
Men's and boys sweatshirts for only $27.98.
Oh, cop this.
Men's Japara coats in AFL teams only $98, boys $79.
Need one of those. Ooh.
And boys sweatshirts $29.98.
Who's got the biggest range of AFL gear?
Painting a vase of flowers isn't all that difficult, but some do it considerably better than others. It's the same with insurance companies. MMI Insurance. When you appreciate quality, you'll appreciate the difference.
King G workwear. Made to handle anything.
Here's the car, let's get out of here!
Hey, drop that! Hey, get this off me!
Going someplace? King G workwear. If they were any tougher, they'd rust.
For shock absorber replacement, you need a specialist, and you might as well have the best.
Since having the children, her figure has never been the same.
Surgery is not the way to go.
Other people have it done.
And her husband hates her for it.
You and your blasted principles, I'm sick of them!
It's a problem faced by many mums.
My life is going to pieces. My marriage, everything.
Keeping the weight down and holding a marriage together. A country practice Monday.
Here are tonight's Tats 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
And welcome back. Well, in years past, clashes between Carlton and Richmond were usually last man standing affairs, and the grand finals they played back in 69, 72 and 73 were certainly three of the best from that era. Recently, of course, with the Tigers tasting little success, interest has waned. But today, the Blues were going for their fifth win in succession, and the Punt Road Cubs their second, after doing a proper demolition job on a lacklustre Sydney Swans combination by 79 points only last Sunday afternoon. Richmond, in fact, has won 3 of its last 5 after going under in the first 4 rounds of the season. One change in the selected side, Waitman out and Lambert in. Our commentators were Sandy Roberts and Dennis Cometti, and we begin our coverage with some highlights of the first half.
Teammate Bannock under pressure, but gets a kick down towards the forward line. A chance for Lambert coming into the side at the expense of Waitman. Turns round and flicks towards goal, and there's the first one on the board. Pumps it back towards half forward. Carlton have got the numbers. Hannah takes a great mark. They came from everywhere. Hannah, forward of left half back, down towards left half forward. Kernahan, 2 great marks. This is Lambert across the goal face. Could be trouble. Bond gets back and takes the mark. He'll kick from just inside 50. In place of the in-form Adrian Gleeson, out injured. A question of accuracy. Kicks from 48 metres. Looks pretty good. Splits the middle. Richmond free. Lee towards the outer side. Over the top, Gale. Kernahan knocks it forward. Mitchell in everything. Gets the hand pass away. Cloak feeds Lambert, who runs through the middle. Long kick. Inside 50. Hogg up in front. Opportunity for Powell now. Man on in the square. Honeybun. 8 metres out directly in front.
He gets the goal.
Dorotic is forced to defend. Rennett's waiting down. Attempted a little chip pass. Came unstuck. Hawker to Darui. Steve Darui tries to thread his way through the pack and does it beautifully because Wayne Blackwell was waiting at the back to take the mark. Blackwell's drop punt is straight through the middle.
Madden at the centre circle. Chips it into open space. Satori, great kick, great lead. And the other side comes back and does that. Goal Satori.
Meldrum. Into the middle, Bassett. Carlton starting to run. Satori uses the body and just wants to flick over the back. Kernahan goes into the open goal and pops through another one.
Off the ball. Meantime, the kick goes inside 50. Michael Pickering gets the hand pass away. Nichols hasn't got the carry. Yes, it has. It's a goal. Nailey's hand pass intercepted by Pickering. The high kick. Darui does well to work his way in front of Hamilton. Bassett claimed by Mitchell. Hogg gets the hand pass away. Lambert. Nichols, second goal of the term coming up for him. The hand pass came from Bradley. He centres it, and Nichols goes back. A defensive mark. Plays on quickly. Chip pass out wide to the runner, Bryan. He's got plenty of space and time. He settles now. Well, Silvani got by a man who wasn't shepherding when he should have been. On the forward line, behind a chance for Gale. Open goal. Hannah.
The Tigers very competitive, and at half-time there was only 4 points the difference, 52 to 48. We join the match now with 17 minutes to go in the third quarter, and the Blues have increased their lead. Carlton up by only 10 points.
The Tigers trailing by 10 points. And what has been so far a very spirited performance. Madden and Cloak. Again Madden. Bradley has the ball held.
Gee whiz.
Oh dear. Lambert goes on, and there's a little bit of how to do behind play. Knights may take advantage of this. He does, gives it to Young. Young from the pocket shoots in towards goal, but goes right across the face, and in fact out of bounds on the full in that left forward pocket.
Well, I think the emergency umpire would have had a good view of all of that. Not a lot in it, but it was borderline stuff from one of the league's big name players. This is Pickering on the outer side. Left half forward. High kick. Honeybun got his hands to it. Couldn't hang on. Dean hacks it out of midair. There's Bradley. Not popular with the crowd as he goes towards the outer side. Dorotic drops the mark. James forces it out of bounds. Throw in. Outer side. Dorotic, a quiet afternoon. Madden and Cloak. Cloak wins it down. Maley, brilliantly done. The tackle was good too. Mitchell in mid-air brought him down. No push in the back. Crowd wanted it. This is Bradley. Now we've got a whistle, and it's coming back to Nailey. Craig Bradley, he's really pumped up at the present time. Nailey did get that push in the back against Mitchell, then kicks into Mitchell, and the ball ricochets towards the boundary line. Mitchell goes back, having stood the mark, picks it up, pulls it back to Knights. Carlton just a wee bit rattled at the present time. This is Knights, too far out to score. Long down towards the kick-off line. Strong mark, Honeybun. Dean fell over. Honeybun lunged at it, pulled it in. He's already kicked one goal. So the Tigers giving as good as they've taken. Should kick this. He's coming off his long run. False start. And he's back to the top of his run again. Didn't move his marker. He should kick this. And he has. So back come Richmond once more. This is a top game of footy. Richmond 8-12 trailed Carlton 10-4.
And some uncharacteristic signs creeping into the Carlton game, with several of their key players becoming a little frustrated. But Richmond sticking with them at every turn. The margin was 4 points at half-time. The margin is still 4 points. So back in the middle once more with Cloak and Madden. Madden stands underneath the ball. Young gets a hurried kick. Pickering flicks it over the top to accommodate Gale. Oh, he gives it back. Here's a chance for Nichols again. Pickering! Great play. This to take the lead, the Tigers. Just outside 40 metres, almost directly in front. And the Richmond fans will be ecstatic if he can kick this one and regain the lead for the Tigers. Michael Pickering makes no mistake. The Tigers hit the front. Pickering kicks his second. 9-12-66. Carlton looking in a spot of bother at the moment. 10-4-64.
Worrying time in the centre square for Carlton. They're not getting it out at the moment. It's all Richmond in the centre square. I'd be inclined to throw a player like Derui in there. They need someone to break up these packs and make those Richmond players aware. The Richmond chant goes up here at the MCG. They haven't had a lot to cheer about in recent times. Madden wins it, but they're not taking it away. As Dennis said, it's Mitchell. High to the half-forward line. Silvani chances his arm. Brings it out wide to the wing with Glascott. Glascott towards Reynolds, who pulls it in nicely with the one hand. Well, Carlton have always been able to answer the challenge so far. What will happen this time? Dorotich in front. Couldn't take the mark. Lee at the bottom. Still at the bottom. And up gets the general. .30 metres from the Carlton scoring zone. Lee wins it. Majizak. Klein. Lambert in there like a little terrier. Another bounce. Still over 12 minutes remaining in this third quarter, but still no one able to break clear. Young. Well, that's a bit of bad luck for Richmond, although he's up and shrugging the trainers, saying, look, it's okay. Let's hope he is. Up on his feet again. Satori left it. Pickering to receive, away from Hannah. Madden and Cloak, the two big men. Cloak runs through him, but it's too high. He had to stop him. No alternative for the 300 gamer. So Madden from centre wing. Target is Kernahan. Fisted away over the line. Richmond fans have really come to life. Boundary throw in. Kernahan, his kick 6. Will do the ruck work. Madden drops a kick behind the game. Goodwin flies from behind. Ryan hits it out of bounds. It will be thrown in once more. A gloomy day in Melbourne, but certainly an outstanding game of football, this one. It's been tight right from the start. The Tigers looking to honour this man, Cloak, who wins it down. Blackwell, the hurried kick towards centre half forward. James gathered it brilliantly, robbed of it. Bradley, the hand pass away to Hannah. Meldrum tries to go off the ground rather tentatively. Goodwin shows him how. Kicks to open space. Knights arrives first. Gets a good shepherd too. Goodwin. This is Nichols. They're playing inspired football. Inside 50. Should have been a free kick to Carlton. Play goes on. Silvani got it across to Derui. Out wide to Kernahan. David Kernahan keeps his composure to Hannah. Hannah pulls it back. In from the side, Bassett. Falls to Knights. Knights runs to half forward. Long kick down towards Honeybun. He flies from behind. Pickering kept it alive. DeRuy, nicely done. Silvani, that was Mitchell. Blackwell's got it. Blackwell out wide. Majizak can go over the top to Glasgow. He does. Glasgow has the ball on centre wing, confronted by Powell. Kernahan's the target. Showed too much of the ball to Goodwin. Lambert the hand pass away. Powell through the centre. Mark is dropped there by Young. Young the hand pass over the top. Gathered by Hogg. Great tackle, David Kernahan. Gale in trouble. Silvani laid the tackle. Spills to Mitchell. Desperate lunge by Majizak. Has the kick got the carry? Yes, it has. It's a goal.
Great play, Richmond. Tremendous build-up. Really began with Andy Goodwin holding a promising attack when he was able to effectively spoil Kernahan, and he has certainly added some bite into that Richmond defence. So now the Tigers are enjoying an 8-point lead. 10-12 to 10-4. Madden up against Cloak. And D. Cloak will be enjoying this game at the moment, his 300th, hoping his teammates can help make it a memorable one. Bradley gets a quick kick. And a lot of them have been like that today. Under pressure. Hawker has been quiet. To the half-forward line, Nailey. Meldrum a chance. Onto the left foot. But the whistle had sounded.
Umpire said a throw, or a scoop.
So the ball will come back. And Bannock will take it at half-back. Kicking in towards the centre. Mitchell in front of the pack. Kernahan tried to use the body. The quick kick was by Goodwin. Down to half forward. Nichols has been alive wide. Cloak is loose. He can cover himself in glory. The kick is wide. But it's a Richmond mark. David Honeybun has taken the mark. He has kicked 2 goals.
In fairness to Cloak, I think he thought that out pretty well, because the man was peeling off to go to Hamilton in the pocket. Dean was caught betwixt and between, so he popped it up high. And Honeybun was able to take the mark. Good thinking by the big man.
Let's see if Honeybun can finish it off. He's kicking for his 3rd goal. And this would give Richmond the biggest lead they've had in the game. On a tight angle, though. Honeybun shoots. Honeybun goals. The Tigers ecstatic as they lead by 14 points.
Well, Dipper, what would you recommend?
The house special. Quattro eventi.
Quattro what?
Tender piping hot meat. Bathed in a delicately spiced, exquisite gravy. Lovingly moulded and encased in a golden pastry envelope.
Truth.
Sounds delicious. For 4?
Fine.
No worries. 4 fine 20s, Maestro. Going right up. Quattro e 20.
4 and 20. Ripper, Dipper. Oi. Can we see the beer list?
No worries.
4 and 20. The great Australian taste.
Who can you bank on when your paydays are through? 'Cause your salary stops, but the bills never do. Who can you bank on when the kids are all gone? Who'll help you enjoy the time of your own? Who can you bank on? Who can you bank on? Who can you trust? You can bank on Westpac. You can bank on us.
It's a long way to work. I wouldn't do it in anything else but the VA. One of the boys reckoned I was going soft. Wonder where he works now. What's the road like past the Barcoo turn-off?
You'll be right.
Big new Statesman V8 with independent rear suspension. We reckon you'll love it. A Mars bar's my favourite because it's got full cream dairy milk.
Glucose from wheat.
Natural cane sugar.
And thick milk chocolate.
And now it's 15% bigger.
How do you make a great Australian even greater?
More meat, less pastry.
4 and 20. Now with more meat, less pastry, so they taste even better. 4 and 20, the great Australian taste.
A renegade Soviet agent hell-bent on starting World War III. Pierce Brosnan and Michael Caine in The Fourth Protocol premieres Sunday on 7.
Next on Hinch.
The war against drugs in the United States has a new and sinister element, the designer drug called ice. And it could be here soon.
Australia is right below the source countries, which are Taiwan, South Korea, and the Philippines.
The Ice Age, next on Hinch.
And so a good quarter by the Tigers, Richmond leading by 16 points at the final change. And we're going to join the final quarter now with some 7 1/4 minutes remaining. Richmond leading by 29 points.
Madden's been winning the hit-outs, but the little Richmond men have been tearing it out of the centre. What will happen this time? Reynolds gets it down towards the half-forward line. The Tiger defence has been stout. Nichols, Soccer's clear, was looking for Young, but it went to Reynolds. And his short pass finds Kernahan. Steve Kernahan, wanting to move the ball quickly, goes down towards the half-forward line. Meldrum gets it out for Glascott. He's going to be claimed, not before he gets it to Bradley, who pumps it from a standing start outside 50. That's a great kick. And he finds Glenn Hawker. Well, he just stood, Craig Bradley, and pumped it long. A much-needed goal for Carlton, but one gets the impression that it is all too late.
Hawker's first goal. Well, it's hard to see them getting back from here. Under 6.5 minutes remaining. Kevin Bartlett will be enjoying this. It'll seem a long time as the clock continues to run down after this bounce. 14-18 to 12-7. A commanding lead. McKellar robbed of the ball. Cloak comes away, smothered brilliantly by DeRue. He's in the centre square now, not before time. Hand passes it forward, taken by Hawker to Nailey. He's inside 50. Over the top, Silvani going back with the flight of the ball. Bannock, with maturity beyond his years, played it superbly. Gets it towards the boundary line, crashing through is Hamilton, and the ball is out of bounds and will be thrown in. Well, they've picked up a good player in Bannock. Unspectacular, but very reliable back in defence today. There he is, the #1 draft pick last November. 102 to 79. Goodwin and Kernahan. Kernahan tries to get it behind the pack. Down went Young. Knights, perhaps the best man on the ground, to Bannock. Bannock goes through centre with a kick. Blackwell nudged out of it. Hannah waiting behind. Bassett's got it now. Nichols knocks it away. Blackwell emerges with it. Back to Bassett. To Dean. From half-back through centre. This is Glascott. He settles. The defensive side of the centre circle. Goes long down towards half-forward. Could have almost been a free kick to Silvani, but what a great mark it was. Bauer giving him no quarter. Time of the essence now. Silvani quickly to his feet. He was hurt in the second term. Goes in short. Nailey. Now he's 40 metres out directly in front. He'll kick from just inside 50. It'll take a good kick from here. Inside the last 5 minutes. In a season of upsets, we're headed perhaps for another one. Mark Nailey. Right on the 50-metre line. Kernahan. What a classical mark it was. He's kicked 6. Back he goes quickly.
10th mark too.
Well, he's a champion. Not much time for that. but he can't rush it because it's not an easy shot. The clock continues to run down to 4:15. Kernahan kicks. Last roll of the dice time. It's a goal. They're still in it.
Imagine this man's finger is your car's fuel injector. It sprays petrol into your cylinder and with your piston creates this explosion. But fuel injectors can clog, robbing your car's performance. That's why you need BP Unleaded Petrol's new detergent additives to clean fuel injectors and carburetors and restore performance. BP, on the move.
McEwen's Big League Bargains are hotting up. High prices have hit rock bottom. Save $10 on Dulux Interior Lotion Acrylic 10 litres, only $71.99. Save $4 on Dulux 4-litre Interior Lotion Acrylic or 4-litre acrylic undercoat for only $35.99 and get a Big League bonus cartridge of Polygap sealant. Save a big $6 on 4-litre ceiling paint, a crazy $29.99. But hurry, our Polygap sealant bonus offer on Dulux can't last long. So join the crowd at McEwen's. You'll find high-flying savings with Big League Bargains store-wide.
A guaranteed 2-month term deposit at State Bank Victoria can earn you up to a high 14.75% per annum. All you need to do is invest a minimum of $1,000 and relax for 2 months.
Joey O'Brien.
Legend, lover,
Salesman.
Benz, 300E Benz.
Ladies' man.
You probably got a wife! No wife, no, ex-wife.
A man who always knew what to say.
One moment, please.
Until he met Larry.
Everybody over there! You're crazy, Larry. Wait. Everybody back!
Robin Williams. Tim Robbins. Cadillac Man.
There has never, ever been an AV Jennings offer as big as this. Until the end of July, from under 51 grand, we can build a big 3-bedroom home for you, complete with 2 bathrooms, pantry, wall oven and cooktop, downlights, vertical drapes, carpets and vinyl, included in the price. All at 5% deposit and 15.5% fixed bank finance. Well, that means you can then move right in. Call AV Jennings now and ask about the this, and all that homemaker package.
Just as there are differences in the quality of suits, there are also differences in the quality of insurance policies. MMI Insurance. When you appreciate quality, you'll appreciate the difference.
The contraceptive women have been waiting for.
A male contraceptive jab.
And a stove you have to see to believe.
I could even put my hand on the hot plate.
Beyond 2000, 8:30 Tuesday. And then at 9:30, MacGyver's back.
We will not move. Take down the house.
A small community take on the developers.
Your father's going to tear down my house.
But 2 kids are caught in the struggle. Now their parents must unite.
Christy!
And MacGyver is their only hope.
Bingo!
The new series after Beyond 2000, Tuesday on 7.
So back in the middle with just on 4 minutes remaining. Richmond's lead, 17 points. Madden charges at the ball. Rennett's taken out of it. Ryan stands his ground. Hawker and Bradley claim him and will find another bounce still in the square. The young running players of Richmond, Knights, Nichols and co, have been outstanding today. Pickering's done a marvellous job. Ryan hammers it back towards the centre. Bradley. Mitchell has been like lightning all day. Bradley can't get a kick. Nailey can. Down towards the half-forward line. Was that a push? It was accentuated, but Bower will be given the free kick. He can go short to Powell if he wants. Kicks over the centre. Bradley was the flyer. Mitchell. Danger here. Ryan threads way, gets the handball across to Nichols. Can he get clear? Got it back to Ryan. They've pushed it down almost to the square. Hurried shot by Honeybun. There's another one. Good night, Blues. The Tigers are home. 6 goals to David Honeybun. All over by the shouting.
And there's the man who started it all, Michael Mitchell. Clever hand pass. He is a brilliant user of the ball. He was surrounded. Suddenly he got the ball out. Mitchell very busy. 11 kicks, 11 handballs, but each one of them has been telling.
8 tackles.
8 tackles. Yeah. Very good tackler for his size too. So this man will celebrate in style tonight. The champagne will be out, and the old Tiger has seen their most memorable victory perhaps for the season. It would rate alongside that win at Cardinia Park a couple of weeks ago. We saw that they were impressive, and again today they've been quite outstanding. Bassett gets the kick away, and Young, all the time in the world. Little chip pass to Nichols, one of the best on the ground today, long towards half forward. The mark is taken by Bassett, a little indecisive, plays on. It's all over now. Nayley gets the hand pass away. Bad loss this one for the Blues too. Right at the edge of the 5 and suddenly now in trouble again. Meldrum had 1-4 on end. This is Hawker. Back to Meldrum on the 50-metre line. Good hand pass away. Kernahan uncharacteristically fumbles and as a result lost it. Well, that epitomizes their day. Bauer swings it out wide, and Powell, who's been a star, comes up with the ball. 15 kicks and 10 hand passes for Tim Powell, and finds, to my mind, the best man on the ground, Matthew Knights. Goes in short. McKellar, the figures on Knights: 7 marks, 19 kicks and 13 hand passes.
Their runners have been outstanding. Rennett's wide. No one at home. Here's Powell again. He was sensational against Geelong, and he's continued that form down towards the half-forward line. Ryan the flyer. Rennett's clears. Back towards Hawker on the defensive side of centre. Long to half-forward. Over the head of Meldrum. Again, the defence packs it in. Bannock. A quick kick. Hamilton hammers it forward. He gains probably 20 metres. Nichols going hard with Nayley. Shot out to Derui. Derui strolls across the centre line. Kicks in towards half forward. And this is the man they're doing it for. David Cloke. 300 games and they love him at punt road. Gets it out to Young. Young goes wide to the wing. And that doesn't matter one bit, because we're inside the last minute. And you listen to this roar for the Tigers when the siren sounds. On centre wing, the chance already gone up. Cloke doing the work in front. Glascott at the bottom. Still with Glascott. Madden, who's tried his heart out. Nayley, a short kick. Towards the boundary line goes Young. Past Hawker. Young keeps it in play. The long sweeping hand pass, looking for Ryan. Knights is there. What a game he's played. Onto the left foot. Richmond into attack towards Honeyman. Can't take the mark. There it is. Victory to the Tigers.
What a great win it was. And that says it all. Look at that.
All for David Cloke. But what a team effort by this group of youngsters. You take out Lee, you take out Waitman, you take out Cloke, and they're like a junior team.
If you're talking final 5, don't leave Richmond out quite yet.
Emotional scenes here at the MCG as the jubilant Tigers get together. Kevin Bartlett stands his ground while David Cloke leading his players across to just put the final icing on the cake for his 300th game. Over to the Tiger cheer squad they go. And don't they love them? Listen to that.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Today's match is
The thumb, you don't hand pass to somebody who's stationary. Spiro Malakavas up towards Couch, having a great game. Paul Couch, the reigning Brownlow medalist, out wide to 200 gamer Neville Bruns. He's marked more difficult ones than that, to his credit. Gets his kick in. Ablett the target, and this time does mark in front of Derui.
Amazing. The slip by Buckley was critical, wasn't it?
Hinckley.
Yeah, that's right. It can often happen too. I was just thinking also, Billy Brownless not picking up his man sets up a chain reaction, makes it very easy for Carlton to get the ball out of their back line and very quickly to the forward line.
Can Hinckley get Geelong's first goal for the quarter?
Very important kick, Peter, I feel.
Been totally outplayed this term by Carlton.